Let me in fact go across to Madhavdas Gopalkrishnan, who will break down the list of ministers in the Modi cabinet and their respective portfolios as well. Yeah, over to you, Madhav.
Well, Siddharth, Amit and Pragya and Mohit have been breaking down and bringing to us all those exclusive inputs of which minister is going to get which portfolio, and we can confirm that officially with this release coming out. The Prime Minister, of course, continues with the Department of Energy, personal public grievances, pensions, space, important policy issues, of course, and all portfolios not allocated. Rajnath Singh, Defence, Amit Shah, Home Affairs and the Minister of Cooperation. The Nitin Gadkari gets the Road Transport and Highways Ministry. JP Nadda gets Health and Family Welfare as well as the Minister of Chemicals and Fertilizers. We also have Shivraj Singh Chauhan, who gets the Minister of Agriculture, Farmers Welfare, Minister of Rural Development. Nirmala Sitharaman continues in Finance, also gets the Ministry of Corporate Affairs in a kitty. We have S. Jaishankar, who continues with the Minister of External Affairs. So the big four Raisina Hill ministries continue as they were, and that's a very, very big takeaway coming in from this particular list that we're reading out. Moving on to the others, another Chief Minister, apart from, of course, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, who we read out Agriculture and Rural Development, is Manohar Lal, who's the former Chief Minister of Haryana. He gets Housing and Urban Affairs and also gets the Ministry of Power. H.D. Kumaraswamy, a new entrant and a new ally as well, JDS, former Chief Minister of Karnataka as well, gets the Ministry of Heavy Industries and the Ministry of Steel. Two big infrastructure ministries that we're talking about, heavy industries and steel, going to H.D. Kumaraswamy. Piyush Goyal gets Commerce and Industry. We also have Dharmendra Pradhan, who continues as the Minister of Education. Jitan Ram Majhi is the MSME Minister, or the Minister of the Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. Rajiv Ranjan Singh or Lallan Singh is the Minister of Panchayati Raj and the Minister of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. So an important ally there, JDU, getting some key ministries of Panchayati Raj, Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. You have Sarbanand Sonowal, who continues with the Port, Shipping and Waterways Ministry. Dr. Virendra Kumar gets the Social Justice and Empowerment Ministry, which he was in earlier. Now, Ram Mohan Naidu, another key ally of the TDP, gets the Ministry of Civil Aviation. Remember that in Modi 1.0, it was the TDP minister, Ashok Gajapati Raju, who had the Ministry of Civil Aviation. In Modi 3.0, once again, the TDP getting the same ministry. Prahlad Joshi getting the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, and also the Minister of New and Renewable Energy. So that's as far as Prahlad Joshi. He was earlier the Parliamentary Affairs Minister and the Coal Minister. His departments have changed to Consumer Affairs, Food, Public Distribution and New and Renewable Energy. Joel Oram, another interesting name coming in, of course, over here is the Minister of Tribal Affairs. It was earlier Arjun Munda in the Modi 2.0 cabinet. Giriraj Singh continuing the Ministry of Textiles. We have Ashwini Vaishnav, in fact, all right, the Ministry of Textiles earlier was with Smriti Irani, beg your pardon. That now goes to Giriraj Singh. Ashwini Vaishnav, another very big name. The Ministry of Railways, Information and Broadcasting, and the Minister of Electronics and Information Technology. So the first and the third were there earlier with Ashwini Vaishnav. He gets the additional charge of the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, which was earlier held by Anurag Thakur. Jyotiraditya Scindia, who was the Civil Aviation Minister earlier, now gets the Ministry of Communications and the Minister of the Development of the Northeast region. So Communication Ministry includes telecom and includes the Department of Posts, and in addition to that, Development of Northeast region. Bhupender Yadav, Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. He earlier had the charge of Labour also, which has been now divested of. We have Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, who's the Minister of Culture and Minister of Tourism. We have Annapurna Devi, who's the Minister of Women and Child Development. Kiran Rijiju has a Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs and the Ministry of Minority Affairs. You have Petroleum and Natural Gas going to Hardeep Singh Puri, continuing over there. Big leg up for Kiran Rijiju. He was the Law Minister, later was given the Ministry of Earth Sciences, and now has the Parliamentary Affairs Ministry as well as the Ministry of Minority Affairs. So big jump up there for Kiran Rijiju indeed. Of course, Annapurna Devi taking the Women and Child Development Ministry, which was earlier there with Smriti Irani. We're talking about the Labour Ministry, Labour and Employment as well as Youth Affairs and Sports. That goes to Mansukh Mandavia, who was earlier the Health Minister in the Modi 2.0 government. You have G. Kishan Reddy, who's the Minister of Coal and the Minister of Mines. So very important charge being given here to Kishan Reddy. He had Culture and Tourism earlier. We have Chirag Paswan, who has a Ministry of Food Processing. So another key ally. This is in fact the RLD Chirag Paswan, and in fact you have C.R. Patil, of course, another big name with the Jal Shakti Ministry. So very, very significant as far as the allies are concerned. These were the cabinet names. Another few very important names over here in the Minister of State independent charge. Ram Inderjit Singh gets the independent charge of the Ministry of Statistics Program and Implementation as well as Planning and the Ministry of Culture. You have Jitendra Singh, who of course continues as MOS independent charge, the Ministry of Science and Technology, also the Ministry of Earth Sciences, and in the Minister of State in the Prime Minister's office, you have Arjun Ram Meghwal, who has the independent charge of the Law and Justice Ministry and also as MOS Parliamentary Affairs. You have over here Jadav Pratap Rao Ganpat Rao, who has the Minister of State independent charge in the Ministry of Ayush and in the Health and Family Welfare, I beg your pardon. Jayant Chaudhary of the RLD, another very important ally, gets the charge of the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. He also has the Minister of State in the Ministry of Education. So that's as far as the allies are concerned, and most of those important posts. Another new entrant here, Jitin Prasad. These are just the Ministers of State that gets Ministry of Commerce and Industry as well as the Electronics and Information Technology. Shripad Naik gets Minister of State in Power as well as New and Renewable Energy. Pankaj Chaudhary, of course, getting the Minister of Finance. Krishan Pal, the Ministry of Cooperation. You have Ramdas Athavale, who gets the Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment. You have Ramnath Thakur, who gets the MOS of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Nityanand Rai, the Minister of Home Affairs. No changes there. Anupriya Patel in the Ministry of Health as well as the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. V. Somana, another new entrant in the Ministry of Jal Shakti and also MOS Railways. You have Chandrasekhar Pemasani of the TDP. He's of course getting the Rural Development Ministry and the Ministry of Communications. SP Singh Baghel gets the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry, Dairying as well as Panchayati Raj. Shobha Karan Laje gets the Ministry of MSME and a Labour Ministry as well. So that's as far as the multiple names that are concerned, 72 names, and clearly of course a balance that's been sought to achieve in terms of the allies as well as of course the ruling BJP. Back to you, Siddharth.
Right, many thanks for that comprehensive update that you've given us, Madhav, taking us through the allocations of the respective portfolios for the newly inducted ministers in Modi 3.0. Thanks a lot to Pragya as well as Amit as well. We'll take a short break right now on News Pulse. We'll come back with a lot more on the other side.